Tutor, and in today's tutorial, we're going to be talking about the course CSS243, and we're going to be taking a bearing from job stress. But before then, simply going to quickly touch on compensation and reward. With this being said, let's get straight into it. Okay, so we have CSS 243 compensation and reward. Now, to remind you very quickly, the course is all about security principles, practice, and management. Okay, and we talked about the personnel of management in the security department, what their responsibility is, and how they need to ensure to fill up the required space, the vacant vacuum in the system. So, still on that note, we were unable to touch compensation and reward, as we talked about recruitment, we talked about selection, we talked about induction, staffing, coordinating, and controlling, and what have you. So very quickly, we're going to touch on compensation. Now, according to Funk and Wagner, all right, according to Funk and Wagner Standard Dictionary, compensation can be described as the act of compensating, all right, to make suitable amends to or for or remunerate. Okay, compensation now. Compensation to remunerate, all right, to remunerate to amend to or for. Okay, when we say compensation, okay, we're talking about to remunerate, all right, to make amendment for, or to encourage. Okay, compensate. Now, that's according to the Funk and Wagner Standard Dictionary. Basically, to make suitable, okay, to make suitable. Now, when we say compensate can mean quite a lot of things. Now, let's look at it from the angle of maybe you lost something, all right, and to compensate you for your loss, all right, you can be rewarded with something. Okay, and now let's look at it from another angle. When we say you are being compensated, all right, it could be as a reward of your efforts, all right, as a reward of your good job, all right. So basically, with the 3 points we have here, to remunerate, to make amendments, all right, and to make suitable. Okay, so we have that on compensation. And compensation and reward, they are both they can be interchangeably used. Okay, now reward now comes as a result of reward. Okay, reward comes as a result of an achievement, all right, remuneration, all right. You can also have empowerment. Okay, now as you can see, these two have a lot of things in common. Okay, now let's quickly look at the elements of compensation and reward. Okay, we have the likes of salary, wage. Okay, we're talking about, when we say salary now, we're talking about the weekly or monthly or yearly payment made to the employee for their service rendered. We also have wage. Okay, we also have incentives, benefits. These are the elements. We also have insurance. These are the elements of compensation and reward. Now, speaking of job satisfaction, job satisfaction. When we say job satisfaction, what are we talking about? Job satisfaction can be defined as the correlation between what an employee desires from his or her job and the extent at which the needs of the employee are met. All right. Job satisfaction basically is simply talking about how well is the desire of an employee about a job is being met. Okay. Anybody doing any job is basically to what? To earn a living and also have some reasonable amount in his savings. All right. So now this job satisfaction, considering the fact that the employee has his own desire, all right, and every organization also have their goals and objectives. Now, coming with your own desires and meeting with the employees with the organization's goals and objectives, how well are these two working together? All right, as I said here, I said it is a correlation between an employee desire all right, correlation between the employee desire, okay, the employee desires and the organization requirements. Okay, but let's put it according to what we have in the material. It says here the correlation between what an employee desires from his or her job, desires from the job, and how, all right, and how much, okay, and to what extent which the needs of the employee are met. These desires are met. Basically, no matter how much you love your job, you have your desires. And the reason why you are working is to what? Try and provide for yourself the basic needs you require. Okay? The reason why you are working is to provide, at least for yourself, the basic needs you require. Okay? So we have that as that for job satisfaction. Now, we have that as that for job satisfaction. Now let's continue. We have leadership. Okay, according to Robbins, leadership can be defined as the ability to influence a group towards achieving their goals. All right, leadership. That's according to Robbins in 2001, leadership is defined as the ability to influence. The ability to influence, okay, a group towards the achievement of a goal. A group towards the achievement of a goal. Okay, that's according to Robbins in 2001. So we have that as that. Now let's continue. Okay, so we have communication. Okay. Don't forget, all these things are still under the management, the personnel management. Okay, so that's some terminology we are just quickly dissecting. Communication, as we all know, is the transmission of information and understanding the use of common symbols. Transmission of information transmission of information and understanding. Transmission of information and understanding the use of common symbol. Transmission of information and understanding the use of common symbols. Okay, so we have that is that. Now, in security organization, communication should consist of certain elements. These elements include authentication of communication. In security organization, communication should consist of certain elements. One, authentication of communication. All right, a clear and formal channel. There must be a clear and formal channel. All right, I remember when I was excited, then there's this thing some of their guys go around with, their security department, they call it, I think it's walkie-talkie. Right, they only have it at the back of their belt, and they are always communicating. It's more like a radio. They're always communicating with it, and there are different frequency, and different frequency serves for different purpose. All right, so there should be a clear channel of communication among the personnel and the organization. Also, there should also be an authentication of communication. Okay, so the course of communication should also be direct and short, and you see them using different abbreviations like Tango, Alpha, and all these terminologies like that. So it should be clear and short. Okay, so we have that as that. So we have all on that. Now let's move to the main thing for today, which is job stress. Permit me to raise the board so we can take that. Okay, so we have now we have job stress. Everybody, ranging from menial job, helping, academic, and security profession, has its own hazards or simply stress. The term job stress has become a global phenomenon. In 1992, the UN submitted that job stress is the 20th century disease. All right, That's in 1992, United Nations, all right, the United Nations submitted that job stress is the UN, United Nations submitted, all right, that job stress is the 20, all right, is the 20th century disease. Century disease. All right, 20th century disease. Not too long, the World Health Organization also argued that job stress had become a worldwide epidemic. Okay, stress often leads to what we call stress often leads to what we call okay, so job stress often leads to physical and psychological discomfort. Job stress often leads to physical and what we call psychological. All right, physical and psychological discomfort. Especially in security services. Now, the short-term physical symptom of this job stress are muscles, rapid breathing, increased sweating. Okay, so the short-term stress, okay, attached to job stress. Then we have the long-term physical symptoms are fatigue, headache, back pains, digestive problems, and sexual disorder. So now this job stress, has short and long, all right, short and long-term physical symptoms. Long-term So for the short-term symptoms, we have increased sweating, rapid breathing, and muscles. All right, we have rapid breathing, and increased sweating. Mr. Samuel, good afternoon. I think I'm seeing that name for the very first time. Is this your department? Criminology, 200 level first semester. Is this your department, sir? If yes, do well to reach out to me so I can add you up to the private class and I can fill you with appropriate information that can be of help. Now we have the long term, which are headaches, back pains, fatigues. All right. You're a fresher. What's your department, Mr. Samuel? Okay. We have fatigue. We have headaches. Okay. Sexual sexual disorder, among many others. Okay, so we have that as that. Now, so when we say job stress, what do we mean? Okay, criminology and security studies. Mr. Samuel, visit the link this this class. Check the description below this video. You will see that I have dropped a link to the website, and when you get to the website, you can use the WhatsApp icon on the website to chat me up directly. The website is www.tutораyo.com. When you get there, you can chat me up so I can know how to fix you up. So, as I was saying, we have the short term and the long term symptoms. Okay, so now let's continue. Please note this abbreviation. We have GAS, which is an acronym for General Adaptation Syndrome. Adaptation all right, General Adaptation Syndrome. Okay, so we have some of the causes of job stress. Significant threat. When we say job stress, we are talking about significant threat to the employee's health and consequently to the health of the organization. Okay, you can't find the link. Just go to Google, Mr. Samuel. Go to Google and type in just type in Tutor Ayo. All right. When you type in Tutor Ayo, you check on the offer, or you type in Tutor Ayo. You can use class updates. Tutor Ayo class update, but just put Tutor Ayo www.tutораyo.com. You see it there. You can always to take you to the website. The very first thing you'll be seeing on the website is my picture on the home page. Okay, so now and you need to understand that job stress is usually confused with job challenges. All right, stress is completely different from challenges. Challenges energizes and propel individual physically and psychologically. It pushes them to being better. But stress is a significant threat to their health and consequently to the health of the organization. Okay, so we have that as that. Now let's take some of the, according to GAS. Okay, there are 3 stages. All right, there are 3 stages an individual encounters stressful condition. First, we have the alarm stage, resistance stage, and we have the exhaustion stage. All right, so 3 stages. 1, 2, 3. Alarm, all right, resistance, and you are exhausted. Exhaustion. Okay, I think I should put that well. Exhaustion. Now, the alarm stage, this is when the body, all right, becomes aware of the stress. At this point, the body is aware of the stress. Then the resistance stage describes this phase whereby individual defense mechanism becomes active. Defense mechanism against stress becomes active at this stage, resistance stage. And at the exhaustion stage, the collapse of adaptive mechanism. All right, the collapse of adaptive mechanism. Okay, so we have What are the causes of job stress? We have poor working condition. Okay, we have shift work, risk and danger, new technology. So just few things among several others. Okay, so we have that as that. Now let's continue, and let's take note of these abbreviations too as well. We have ASD, acute stress disorder. Acute stress disorder. We have PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Post-traumatic stress disorder. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Post-traumatic stress disorder. Okay, so we have that as that. Now let's continue. We also have the REBT, which is a rational emotive, all right, behavior therapy. REBT. Okay, rational emotive. Behavior therapy. Okay, rational emotive behavior therapy. So we have that as that. Now, on this note, we'll call it a wrap for today. And in our next class, we'll be taking up from what we call, okay, we'll be taking up from, I think we are almost done with the course. And we'll be going deep, all right? We'll be going deep into personnel management in security management. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Please, if you're yet to submit your note, do well to submit your note and your updated note, actually, because it's one way we monitor the progress of each and every member of the class. Thank you very much, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you all in subsequent tutorial. So have a wonderful afternoon.